Like everyone else watching the football on Sunday, I felt nervous at the penalty shootout. But when Marcus Rashford stepped up, the change in my body was visceral. I was instantly aware that the stakes had changed, and I braced myself, praying he wouldn't miss. And not because I wanted England to win, because suddenly that was secondary. I prayed he wouldn't miss because I knew what would happen if he did. And when he missed, my heart sank and tears stung my eyes. Tears of heartbreak and fear for him and millions of other black and brown people watching, knowing what was to come. And by the time Saka missed, the realisation that the three players who missed happened to be black was enough to know that we were about to witness a torrent of anti-black racism unfold around us, again. There have been many times three white players have missed penalties without being judged by the colour of their skin. Whiteness doesn't work like that. Racism doesn't work like that. But this hasn't happened before because we've never had three black England players take penalties before. In fact, we've never had a team as diverse and representative as this one before. A team full of social conscience, activism, politically driven values and platforms they use to do actual good.
Hooray!
Good taken to remedy the harm done by the likes of Boris Johnson, Priti Patel and the rest of the Tory party. They're the very reason the team chose to take the knee in the first place, and the very reason we must continue to highlight and fight against the oppressive, racist politics of the Tory government. And we do so in the name of equity, equality, and the freedom for all of us to exist without fear or attack or persecution. So we stand in solidarity with the young men who've done far more than the government for the nation's hope, spirits, mental and physical well-being, when they reportedly say that Boris is cancelled. And we only have to look at the troop of hypocritical Tory MPs who protected racist crowds booing, only to later claim to be shocked at the racism the very same people felt free to express, in order to see how the toxicity of whiteness, the culture of racism, is so pervasive that it is not limited to only members of one race. But when I look around today, I'm reminded that neither is the fight against it. That the impact of the work of black activists like Malcolm X, Angela Davis, Marsha P. Johnson, and so many more is reflected in so many of us. And that the courage and fight taken up by brilliant young black footballers Rashford, Sancho and Saka has been acknowledged and celebrated by the words of their white counterparts like Neville and Kane, who are in fact representative of so many more who stand in solidarity and allyship this week, this year, in this movement and here today. And we must continue to do the work to make sure that our black siblings, comrades and communities feel that. Woo!
Right.
But today I feel hope. Hope fueled by the collective unity, love and drive for equity in all of us. All creeds, colours and races together today. And I am buoyed to know as a person of colour, anti-racism is not a fight and fight alone. That we can all work to recognise and fight against the toxicity of the racist society we continue to live in today, the racism driven and perpetuated by those at the top, those that rule, oppress and hate. And we won't let hate divide us, but instead let equity, love and the fight for our inherent human rights unite us.
Yeah. Hooray!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No